Good morning. It's another Wesley Wednesday with Pastor Dave. Today I want to introduce you to the Methodist Church in Great Britain. There are some notable differences from the United Methodist Church. For one, there are no bishops, rather a president of the conference. There is a district chairperson rather than district superintendent. And large circuits of churches have a superintending minister who oversees a team of lay and clergy preachers and lays out a preaching plan for each church on the circuit. Epworth, for instance, is a circuit of 15 churches with 3 clergy and several lay preachers. The Methodist Church of Great Britain is a Protestant Christian denomination and is the mother church of Methodists worldwide. It is a member of the World Methodist Council of Churches, which includes other Methodist denominations around the world, such as the Korean Methodist or the Cuban Methodist or the AME Church, and, of course, the United Methodist Church, which is the largest of the Methodist denominations. Now for a bit of history. As the Methodist societies grew at a fast rate, some way of keeping in touch and organizing them was needed. John Wesley had held what became an annual conference of Methodist preachers, and in 1784 he made provisions for the continuance as a corporate body after his death of the yearly conference of the people called Methodists. He nominated 100 people and declared them to be its members and laid down the method by which their successors were to be appointed. After his death, the leadership passed to the Methodist Conference, and instead of one person exercising leadership for a length of time, the president of the conference was appointed for 1 year only. This is a tradition that continues today. This new denomination was labeled as a nonconformist church because it did not conform to the rules of the established Church of England. In the 19th century, the Wesleyan Methodist Church experienced many secessions, with the largest of the offshoots being the Primitive Methodists. The mainstream of Methodism were reunited in 1932, forming the British Methodist Church as it is today. Today, the Methodist Church of Great Britain has a connectional structure rather than a congregational one. This is where the whole church acts and decides together. It is where the local church is never independent of the rest of the connection. Everyone who becomes a member through confirmation is a member of the Methodist Church as a whole, not just their local church. Local churches are grouped together in what is called circuits and are served by a team of ministers. A minister will have a pastoral charge of one or more churches, but will preach and lead worship in different local churches in the circuit, along with the local preachers. The arrangement for leading worship is in a circuit are drawn up in a quarterly plan, and this organizational model dates back to John Wesley himself, as does the emphasis on local missions and ministries within the connection, the circuits, and the local churches. Included in the British Methodist connection are all the districts of Scotland, Wales, and England, along with the Isle of Man, the Channel Islands, and Shetlands. Each of the 36 districts are made up of one or more circuits and led by a district chairperson. Now, Methodism is the 4th largest Christian group in Britain today. Its membership peaked in 1910 at about 850,000 members. Today, it is estimated that approximately 200,000 people gather for worship each Sunday at one of the over 4,000 churches served by nearly 3,500 ministers. Also, it is noted that some 500,000 people take part in some form of Methodist activities such as youth work, community events, missional activities organized by the local churches, circuits, districts, and the annual conference. Although the membership of the Methodist Church has declined over the years, the people who are followers of John Wesley remain alive and active in the life and mission of the church in Great Britain and literally around the world. Thanks for listening, and I'll be back next Wednesday.